Man, this is as good as it's gonna get today. Y'all, it is cold in Alabama. I am sitting on my living room floor in front of a raging fire. I've got two heaters going, and it cannot keep it warm in this house. My dogs are refusing to sleep on their dog beds because it's too cold on the floor. So I have this lovely decor on top of my couch because they jump up here. They know that's against the rules. I don't know. Anyway, prayers for our friends in North Carolina that are freezing, though. I don't mean to make light of that at all. I hope they get relief soon. I pray they get relief soon. Wish I could just take everybody in. Um, anyway, so here I am this morning. We are doing a thing called Bible Recap. It is so glorious. I just had it somewhere right here. Um, it's It's 365 days in the Bible, and it's wonderful. And today we're in Genesis 25 and 26. And what stuck with me today was the twins that were born, Esau and Jacob. And of course, with twins, one comes out before the other, so one is technically older than the other. And so the Bible goes against something that it always does, where the oldest gets the birthright, the blessing. They don't do that this time. We'll talk about that later. Um, and the part that got me today that I'm thinking about is that the mother and one son loved each other, and the dad and another son loved each other. I've got three kids, so you love them all equally. Now you have to love them different because each of them has a different love language, but you still love them equally, right? Like I can't understand that. Anyway, so what that led me to, oh, not just that. So last night I'm feeling all insecure about myself and I'm tired. There's a lot on my mind. I'm stressed out. I was hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. None of those things are good. Um, and so I lost my mind a little bit. I did. I'm not afraid to admit that. 59 years, I've perfected it. It's not good, but it happens. And so above my bed, there hangs this beautiful scripture, and it is 1 Corinthians 13. It means the world to me. It was written for me. It was positive. Anyway, so I decided that I was going to talk about that today. And it goes back again to the Genesis 25 and 26. And I think it even goes into 27, but we'll talk about that later when we do the whole recap of the Bible. Cannot wait to get finished with this at the end of the year. But we'll talk about 1 Corinthians 13 today, and I'm going to start in verse 4 and go through verse 13. And I think most of us know the first part because if you've ever stepped foot in a Hobby Lobby, you've ever been to church, you listen to any kind of Christian radio, you've heard this part. Not that I'm minimizing its importance because I'm not. But we're going to talk about the second part where I felt miserably. So we're going to start in verse 4. And we're going to go to verse 13. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when perfection comes, imperfect disappears. This is the part we're focusing on. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put childish ways behind me. Now we see but a poor reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. Verse 13. And now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Now remember all the stuff they talk about what love is. It's patient. It's kind. It is not prideful. It does not boast. It does not keep record of wrongs. I'm terrible at keeping record of wrongs. Terrible. I'm also terrible about reasoning like an adult. When I'm feeling unloved, when I'm feeling unworthy, when I'm feeling I'm not needed, uh, when I'm feeling that nothing's going my way, I act like a child. I reason like a child. I talk like a child. And the devil knows when I'm weak. And he knows he can get in that little bit crack and he can literally send my world into hell. He knows that. He did it last night for literally 3 hours. And the last hour was literally heaving, sobbing, heart cleansing, watching Stephen Furtick on TV, bawling to try to cleanse my soul, which happened. But I should have never put myself in that position. People are who they are. They're going to love the only way they know how to love. If we're in the Bible and we're reading, we know how we're supposed to love. It's in black and white. It's labeled love at the top, and it has these little idiot-proof notes at the bottom, in case you don't fully understand. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It does not envy. It is not prideful. And of these three things, faith, hope, and love, the greatest of these is love. So I'm going to have faith in God, hope in Jesus Christ, and I'm going to love the way the Bible tells me to love. Period. Period. And I'm not going to depend on what loves me back or how I'm loved back, even if I question that I'm loved at all. Because at the end of the day, if there's a huge gaping hole, there is one person and one person only that can fill that. One. And that is not an earthly human. That is Jesus Christ. I failed miserably last night. No one can step into that heart and heal it like God. Nobody. Don't expect it from humans. They're going to let you down.